Mainoo has been out of the squad. I think I read a stat on the radio. I heard a stat on the radio. They'd only had one start, excluding the game of the weekend. One start in was it 12, 13 months?
In the Premier League. He hasn't started a
Premier League start.
He hasn't started a Premier League game since Fletcher came in.
And what is your thought process on that? Is it a case of he needs more game time? He's still not good enough? Is it a shame because he's obviously homegrown? What is your thoughts on the whole?
The problem with Ruben Amorim, there was a fallout clearly with him behind the scenes because we've seen Fletcher start him straight away. We've seen Carrick put him straight into the biggest game of the season for us instantly. And whatever happened behind the scenes was something we're never going to know about, obviously. But it's not uncommon with Man United. The academy players and the system behind the scenes has kind of gone unnoticed for its negative impact on players' careers. I mean, I could roll off several academy players' names now from Man United, and you tell me exactly where they are and what they're doing in their careers. You go, Marcus Rashford just about turning it back around now at Barcelona, but we obviously seen the antics. Jesse Lingard, Paul Pogba, Ravel Morrison, Brandon Williams. We're talking Man United youth team captains here.
Yeah.
You go through all of them players and where they are now. That's when likes of Scott McTominay go under the radar again. It's like the proper professional players. I'm not saying Mainoo's of that category of player. Garnacho's another one. Thought he was too big for Manchester United, running his mouth on social media. Mainoo's agent is the same agent that Dean Henderson's got, I think.
His brother didn't help as well.
Yes, and people who have got family members within their representation.
Yeah. Well,
let's not even get into that conversation, but something went wrong behind the scenes and Ruben's seen his ass, basically. Mainoo's always been a good player. Don't get me wrong, last season he had starts under Ruben Amorim and he was just as crap as everybody else.
Yeah.
The problem you had with him, he's been discussing a contract for 18 months at Man United now, and United have said no because he wants 200 grand a week. Ahmad's on about 120 grand a week. And at the moment, Ahmad's miles ahead in terms of that. Lenny Yoro, that age of player at Man United is on a set fee and he wants more because he's played for England.
Okay.
That's it. So the talent's not even a question. Jimmy Carragher pulled it up, didn't he, the other night? He ran more than anyone. He ran more than Bruno Fernandes in that midfield in the City game. So there's never really been a question of Mainoo's quality, application, and one of them players I think that just needs an arm around him to get the best out of him. You need the right manager for Mainoo. And you could say that about many players at different clubs, couldn't you?
Yeah.
There's loads that have played differently at different clubs and done miles better. Mainoo in that Man United pivot and the way that he handled Rodri at weekend shows you exactly where he can go.
Yeah.
Can Michael Carrick get more out of him? And I do think that he is going to make a massive difference because he's press resistant, he's solid, he carries the ball well out of defence. And when you compare that to Manuel Ugarte, there's a difference right there that we had at weekend. We had comfortable players in possession. Carrick likes possession football. Mainoo fits it perfectly. It might be Mainoo sneaking back into the England squad, but then again, I don't know where he fits in with the other players that are there. But we've seen a glimpse. The only problem he's had is consistency.
Before we speak about the Arsenal game, do you think that the Man United performance on the weekend was a one-off because it was a derby day? Or do you think this is the Man United that is now going to...
Good point. Great point, because I listened to Roy Keane and Micah Richards, and trust me on this, I will never go with Micah Richards' opinion.
Yeah.
But Roy Keane was more of the balanced negative. That, of course, you're going to do it. It's a derby. It's Roy Keane's favourite derby. Yeah. You got to play, do your job and all of that. But Micah Richards said that Manchester United dominated a game. We haven't dominated a game in God knows how long. I can't remember the last time.
Months. Since Amorim was there, bruv.
We have not controlled a game of football like that. So, yes, we've beaten Liverpool this season. We've beaten Chelsea. We've beaten Newcastle. We were always hanging on in every single one of them games. That game, I felt like we'd won it when we scored the first goal. That was the difference I felt inside.
Yeah.
We don't know is the answer to your question, because this team can just go like that and they could get battered by Arsenal at weekend. And then everyone's talking about the negatives at the club again. But there was something different in there. The energy levels, like I said, and the amount of running stats over City. And don't get me wrong, I'm not taking for granted that City played in the week as well. They had a big game at Newcastle, a lot tired. There was a lot more tired than what we were. But I thought Manchester United, for once, controlled the game of football, and it was against the best team in the league, and we don't keep clean sheets. We don't keep clean sheets.
I don't know about best team in the league, mate. I mean, you're coming to play the best
One
team
of
in
the
the league this
best
weekend.
teams in the league. You know what I mean? Like, they score more goals than anyone, and we kept a clean sheet against them.
Very true.
Big for Man United right now, that. So, flash in the pan, I honestly cannot answer that question until we turn up on Sunday. I think these games suit United better. At the moment, we play better as an underdog. When we've got to take the game, I'm more concerned about Fulham the week after than I am Arsenal.
So it's interesting you make that point, because I think it might be the same for Arsenal as well. Troopz, 7 points clear. Do you feel that games where you're expected to win, so it might be a team that's lower down the table at home, are the more the games you're more likely to slip up on than a Man United kind of rivalry game? I feel like you're better in the bigger games, and then randomly it will be a lower league team where you go, oh, have they dropped points there?
Especially this season, like we've been really playing well in the bigger games. Obviously, won at OT this season, drew at Chelsea, destroyed Tottenham as usual. Even the Villa game, I think that was a statement. First half was poor. Second half came out.
The home game.
Yeah, came out absolutely especially after the defeat.
Yeah,
absolutely steamrolled them. Ended their fantastic winning run. But yeah, like you said, with the United game, I just think that, especially with the Forest game, the way we performed, the Liverpool game as well, I think this is the perfect game for us.
Okay.
Because United, they're coming into this with a bit of confidence, a different manager, a different style of football. I don't think Carrick will sit back, and I think that will play into our hands. I think Carrick's going to come there and try and actually assert himself. I don't think he's going to sit there and try and do the whole tactical thing. I think he's
33% possession against there.
But City,
we let them have the ball.
You don't want to let us.
Do you not feel though? I know obviously when
the Wolves did.
That's what I mean. I feel like when teams sit
with 2 own goals,
yeah, we'll beat them. We'll beat them, though, innit? Though
when teams
we find a way.
I feel you're more comfortable.
We can't. With the low block, we struggle.
Maybe not to break them down,
yeah.
But I feel like when teams, I think Sunderland did it at Stadium of Light. Towards the last, who was it that you drew at? You won the game in the last minute at home to
Wolves.
2 own goals. Wolves.
Yeah.
They came at you, and for that 10-minute period, I think you struggled. And I feel like when teams come at you defensively, I do think you struggle. Whereas teams where you have the majority of possession, and although you might struggle to break them down, I don't ever think there's too much of a risk of you conceding. So it's a case of, you're going to draw the game because they're not probably going to score, but can you break them down to get the 3 points? Whereas I think a Man United team in confidence that will press you high, that will have a lot more of an attacking threat than other teams, I think that's where Arsenal might struggle a little bit. I think you'll have more success going forward, but I also think you're more likely to concede.
I think you have to look as well into them games. Who was playing in the back line? There was injuries. You know what I mean?
True.
It wasn't Saliba and Gabriel in the centre. When you have them two in the centre, it's a complete different situation. Because now you have the best centre-back pairing in the league playing. And that is the you can't break that down. That is unbreakable. It's a padlock sentence. Do you know what I mean? With Benny Blanco in the team as well, you put Timber to the left-back side, there's fluidity in the team. You know what I mean? Timber's more defensively solid than Calafiori in the left-back position, but Calafiori's better going forward. But then you can sacrifice Timber's final third work with a Ben White, who's going to fly up and down that wing. He's going to help Saka. He's going to overload. The overlap's going to happen. The underlap's going to happen. And that's when Gyökeres comes into the game. Because what's affecting Gyökeres is the wingers want to cut in. They don't want to go byline and whip it. When Redknapp made a bad boy point, and I didn't even clock that. Like, I'm the head of the GDL, Gyökeres Defence League. You know what I mean? I'm the chairman. You know what I mean? GDL rise. You understand? They got my GDL members in the cut. So for me, I've found many reasons why he's suffering. The ball ain't going in early enough. We're not playing to his style of football. There's so much going on.
Sounds like excuses.
No, it's not. Because when you look at Jamie Redknapp showed me another point of view that I never looked at, and it's that at Lisbon he was playing with a back five. So he's got wing backs, but the wing back who plays on the left is left-footed. The one that plays on the right is right-footed. So they're going to byline and whipping it. So he can make that first run and get on the end of it and clean up. With Saka, it's cut back. He makes the run, the ball doesn't come in. Makes another run, ball doesn't come in. Then when the ball comes in, he's frustrated. That's why you saw the frustration in the Chelsea game when he's got the goal off the Ben White cross. He's pushed Saka. I don't think there's nothing in that though. We've all played football.
I've been more scared of Havertz up front than Gyökeres.
You say that now.
Yeah, I'm
But
saying
Havertz never troubled you.
Mate, literally.
Havertz has never, like, I can't remember.
Yeah,
like,
that's how poor your
Jesus
centre forwards
troubled
have been. Yeah, that's how poor your centre forwards
is
have
the
been.
one you should be scared of.
Yes, guys, hope you're enjoying the show. Whilst I've got you, make sure to check out Bet442 and their sign-up options on the screen and in the description. T's and C's apply. 18 plus. Please gamble responsibly. If you think Gyökeres hasn't been great, who has been the better signing out of the two, Gyökeres or Sesko?
I think Gyökeres.
I think
Gyökeres.
Sesko's not had a chance to really play. He's been out too much to even judge properly yet. I think he's coming to form now. He's got 3 in his last 2. He didn't even get on the pitch at weekend. So I can see where Troopz is coming with that there. I blame Mikel Arteta. You got 5 years of planning a team, 6 years, whatever it is. You buy a striker that fits your system. If you know that your wingers, your fullbacks, your wingbacks, whatever, are going to do what they're doing, you don't buy that striker.
And
don't go out and get that
man. You said about the different types of crossing. It is different for a striker to have a cross that comes from in to out rather than out to in type thing. It is very, very different to angle you run. It's
even the way you're coming onto the ball.
Exactly.
The way you're finishing. He's got to change everything.
The flight of the cross even means that he's got to be deeper into the box to delay it and go in.
And that's not his game.
It is very, very different to have a winger that literally crosses with his stronger foot into the box rather than cuts in.
We've done it several times over the last few days and we've had so much more. You look at Matthias Cunha, skillful, one of the most skillful players we've got. He just takes the full-back down that right-hand side, crosses it first time, Dorgu's in the box. You see Dorgu going in for Sesko against Burnley. First time cross, bang, striker's feed. And all of them goals are scored from inside 10 yards.
Yeah.
They're the goals
That's
that you
where
know.
Gyökeres is at his most.
You need that 9 there.
Put him in that 18-yard box. He's a beast, bro.
Yeah.
But you have to you have to play to his style. He's adapting to the players, but they're not adapting to him. Ben White said in his interview, I didn't need to look up.
Yeah.
I know he's there. I don't need to look up. When I get in that area, I know he's making that run. Saka's like, the worst thing was Saka was in a better position to put the ball in when the shots happened. That's why he was so vexed. But I get like why he was angry in it. But there's no, people are making a big deal out of it. If you played football, you know shit like that happens, innit? You just brush it under the, by the time you go off the pitch, it's done. You know what I mean? Rice had an argument with AirPod Albert at halftime at Chelsea. There's nothing to it. It's just that happens in the changing room. It was just in the public eye. You imagine what happens when the door's closed. You know what I mean? Fergie was dashing boots and everything there. You know what I mean? Like, man have to know, like, in the heat of battle, emotions are gonna, you get me? They might fall up, they might fall out.
Give me a score prediction for the weekend.
I'll let you go first.
Score prediction, 2-2.
2-2?
Yep.
Okay, goal scorers?
Goal scorers for United will be Bruno and Cunha.
Okay.
Cunha.
Yeah, that's
I rate Cunha, but he stunk out the place.
Came off the bench with a mission.
But
you
saw that though, innit? Like, because I wanted Cunha.
You just said then behind the scenes, the manager's cracking that whip. He's talking to him. Carrick's come in and changed Cunha's game from off the bench. He put him on the bench. He had the balls to put him on the bench and leave Sesko out and put a fullback in the front three who scored and got an assist as well. It's like, you're talking differences here. And I think Cunha's impact off the bench, he might even be off the bench and get that goal at weekend because I don't think he's guaranteed to start.
So 2-2. What are you going with?
2-0.
Ooh, clean sheet.
Yeah, I don't like it's.
We're only 2 behind. We actually do score goals this season. We're only 2 behind you boys in the league, so we do score goals. But defensively, like I said, but then again, that was how weird the derby was.
They played better than us at OT in the.
We battered them.
OT.
Yeah,
I was in the bar in Jamaica. Me and Trey, we left the resort. I shouldn't even left the resort. I should have just watched it on my phone. I thought like it's gonna be a beatdown. I had my Gyökeres shirt on. Trey had his Skelly shirt on. Skelly didn't even touch grass, blood. You understand? I was there like, yo, I'm just drinking rum punch, bro. You understand?
You think?
I was bored out my mind. I was just looking at the sea like, right, Jamaica's beautiful, you know. Yeah, I love being Jamaican.
I'll take the 3 points. See you later.
You made a point about Carrick speaking to Cunha behind closed doors. Do you think that ex-players should get more time, considering they know the club, they know the foundations of the club, they know what it is to be a player at that club and what it means, the philosophy of the club? Do you think ex-players, when they get into that position like Carrick is in now, do you think they should be given more time to build a project? Or do you think, like Gary Neville's comments, it's in both interests for both parties, best interest in both parties for Carrick and the club to depart ways at the end of the season, no matter what happens?
Yeah, part ways. Totally.
Reason being?
Because he hasn't got the qualification yet. Yes, he could do a job for 6 months right now for us, but he has got to take this team into the Champions League then, which he's got no experience for at all. I love Carrick. I love what he's doing right now. We've seen this before with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We backed him too soon. Carrick will come again. I think United need to stick to a plan for a change instead of pivoting and changing it. We've just seen what happens when you chop and change your ideas and your plan. Obviously, when a manager calls out the ownership, something's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's inevitable, and they wouldn't have planned for that. I get that, but I'm still thinking United need a massive name.
I completely get the point. I think I know what your comeback point's going to be, but do you not think it's slightly similar when Arteta, with no great managerial experience, obviously working under one of the best managers, if not the best manager that's been, especially in current times, Guardiola, has then gone to Arsenal on a project. It's not worked out in a lot of fans' eyes. I know how you feel about Arteta. It's not worked out in a lot of fans' eyes yet, but this season, something's clicked, something's changed. This could be the year. And again, he was given, how many years has Arteta been at Arsenal now?
2020. He came in on 20. He came in 2019.
So patience
December.
in a project with, again, a manager that's, Arteta hadn't got any proven experience.
And
as a manager.
From, like,
Exactly.
Carrick, like, don't get me wrong. Like, if Carrick gets United to the Champions League, let's not forget the season that we're in right now. United hadn't won a game in 6. And we was 1 point off the top 4. The season's mental.
Yeah.
So it's the easiest season to get into that top 4. Everyone's all over the place.
Especially as it could be a top 5.
Yeah, it will be top 5 with a coefficient. I think it's quite clear. But again, I think United need that big name. I think United need someone who's going to command respect. Like someone that these players are going to look at and go, I have to listen to this guy. Otherwise, I'm going to be out the door of this football club. So many of them have been at this football club for so long and they've got away with murder and they can walk over managers. It's been proven. There's so many that's still there. I mean, I can't, like, it's Luke Shaw's been there that long. Carrick's come back again. He's had him twice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's been there that long. He's seen him twice. It's unbelievable the amount of contracts that these players have had through underperforming. They need someone in there. It's going to be difficult because I don't know who's going to work with Ineos. That's another issue altogether. But someone in there that's going to go, you're not going to survive at this football club unless you buck up. The players have got away with it. There's been no accountability and there's not been a strong enough man to stand up to these players.
Okay, question for both of you then. First question to you, Adam. Who is the right man at the end of the season? Don't think about who's available because, again, that can chop and change. But who would you want in? And Troopz, to you, this could be a season where you could win a treble. You could win it. If you win nothing at the end of the season, is it time for Arteta to leave? And if it is, who do you want?
Me first off.
Go on. We'll go with you, Adam, first.
Emery.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah. I like the comeback. I always look at the detail of managers going away and coming back and look at them all. Look at Marco Silva, stability. He's learned, come back, come in. Emery exactly the same. You could say David Moyes in a way. Also in that, there's so many managers that have been in the Prem, learned, gone away,
is that a clickbait thing? Do you want David Moyes back at Man United? Is that what you're saying? Is that what we're saying?
No.
Moyes there.
Moyes there. Man United.
Hey, where's Andy? Moyes there. Hey,
you fool. No.
That's the Emery
man. You're a fool and you're a waste of time. Good night. Oi, pick up my dog Andy.
You've gone with Emery. Who would you go for, Troopz? Or would you even sack Arteta if he wins nothing?
No, listen.
At the end of the season, he's got to win something.
I'm intrigued with that. Like a manager that's constantly got you in the top 4, challenging every season. If he doesn't win this season, how do you sack a manager like that?
Easy.
Spurs
give him his P45 and
you
say bye bye. I mean, simple. Now, but for me, there's okay. So if he wins the league, he stays. If he wins Champions League, he stays. If he wins Carabao Cup by himself, bye bye. You win FA Cup by yourself, bye bye. There's only 3 ways you stay. Premier League, Champions League, Cup double. Otherwise, you're gone. Simple as.
League Cup, FA Cup
and
stays.
FA Cup.
So like a domestic
so
cup
League
double.
Cup double. So yeah.
Or one of the big ones.
That's your bottom line.
That's the only way you're staying, bro. Otherwise, see you later, mate.
Okay, so if he does, that's crazy. If he gets
6 years, 1 billion, I'm not doing this. Didn't want him in the first place.
Okay, so who? That's crazy. The biggest chance Arsenal have got of winning a Champions League and Premier League in recent history, and he's gone. Shouldn't even be it. Bye bye. Yeah, crazy. Who would you have instead then? If you say for example, hopefully Arsenal win nothing this season.
No. That's not no.
Hopefully they win nothing this season. Who and Arteta's sacked.
Yeah.
The yellow ticker tape comes. Arteta bottles it again. Who are you having
Luis
for
Enrique.
next? Oh, okay.
I want Enrique.
I think Luis
Nagelsmann.
Enrique is Guardiola's replacement, though.
I don't think so. I think Enzo Maresca's going City.
Interesting, that one. I know. It's
think
another one of the disciples, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Another one of Pep's
I
boys.
thought they were kind of, pardon my French, grooming Arteta, but I don't think they are. I think the way he plays his football, City is standing for that shit. You need to play an expansive style of football, but still be defensively strong. Arteta don't do that. Whereas Enrique, he's defensively strong, but he will word to Mr. Burns, let the hounds out. You know what I mean? And that's what I think we're missing right now. I've always wanted Enrique. I wanted Enrique and Nagelsmann, because Nagelsmann, the World Cup's done this year. You could pull him out.
He's the one, Nagelsmann as well.
I mean,
Would you not have Simeone?
Simeone, when Wenger left, I would have got him. Simeone and Allegri.
Is he not that manager that you say is going to?
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong.
He ain't won a trophy for like 5 years or something.
Control
for United right now. I think Emery has been there. Unai Emery. Sorry, has been there, done it, and that's what I think Man United need.
Right.
I do. That's the reason why it might not be Emery in 5 years. It might be someone bigger, but I think what we need right now is Prem proven with decent sides like Villa, taking Villa from where they was to where they are now. I think he could have done more at Arsenal if he was given more time. But Arsenal
quite restricted financially as well.
And it was after Wenger won it. So we'd seen that with Fergie. Anyone who comes after the big man, you're on a hiding to nothing. But would you take Arteta if he got sacked?
Purely because of the Arsenal connection.
You took George Graham. He won you a trophy.
No, I didn't take George Graham. I didn't take him.
What would you say when he won the trophy?
Thank you. Is this what it feels like?
Oh, mate, we're still champions of Europe, mate. I'm still, we're still champions of Europe. So I know what it's like to win a trophy. I know what it's like to win a trophy.
You got rid of him.
Yeah, I know. Stabilizers, bro. What we doing?
Anyway, last point. We're going to talk about a club that neither of you like. Manchester City. They've obviously signed Semenyo, Gahey, done deal, 400 million in the last year.
I thought it's 500.
Over 400 million.
Yeah.
But what are we saying about Manchester City? Are they still in the title race if it's 7 points? Say, for example, they slip up at Wolves weekend. You beat Manchester United. Is the title done? What's happened to the Chargers as well? They've seemed to... It's not only been going on for what seems like 10 years. Yeah. But that's vanished and gone quiet. And also, at the time the Chargers first came out, I don't think they spent any money or big money in that transfer window. Now they're buying players again for big price tags. Is that an indication that this Chargers thing is maybe already settled?
I think it's done.
Well,
it took too long for them to catch the case now.
We were supposed to find out, weren't we, in the last international break, November?
And we never.
And nothing was said. And it continues to go. They keep buying players. Mm-hmm. They're talking about bringing in new managers. And they're
not selling many players as well.
The one interesting thing, I think, is the Pep Guardiola scenario and him leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Is something coming after Pep leaves? Is something that I look at that and I think, but we should have heard with the Chargers. We should have heard. I mean, I heard Mark Gehey's interview the other day on the City TV channel. It's just straight away. I was sat there and I felt like Troopz. I was like shouting something out to the TV straight away. It says, "So what interested you in coming to Manchester City?" And automatically, I just shouted, "Money." First thing that came out of my mouth. Third highest paid player at the club. Obviously, they've taken advantage.
Crazy.
And the chance, obviously, to potentially win.
But that's it. That's like Semenyo one. I kind of understand. It's a fair price for Semenyo. Clever business by Bournemouth in putting that clause in. But it's at his age and Gehey's age, it's what can you win now? I think that's probably part of their decision as well. But money does talk. But money's with Manchester City. It's never going to sit right with any club. What's happened with Manchester City, I don't think. Because, I mean, who pays £60 million worth of fees if you're innocent already? That's what they've had to pay out to UEFA.
Well, we've got on here on the screen that apparently a verdict has been... the inquiry has concluded, but no verdict has been announced yet. So some have even claimed it could be another 12 months before the footballing world discovers if the former English champions have cheated or not.
But I heard it's just like
crazy. Another year goes by and we still are no closer to knowing.
But it's not like the
outcome.
Juve situation where they were bribing refs. I think it's like they were coming out late for kickoff. The grass was cut too low or left high, or I think it's stupidness. Like they were giving agent fees. Like I don't think it was actual like cheating on the pitch, innit? Like the way the Juve thing, the way the Milan they got docked, and I can't really see them getting like demoted to the championship or even dock points at this point now. Like because Everton got the points deduction last season. I thought okay, cool. This is City might catch a little stray, but they didn't. It was just under the radar. I just see the man's got more lawyers than Trump.
Final,
it's crazy, bro.
This is the thing. It's like any association. It's like any business, isn't it? The Premier League's a business. You need your products. You need your top dogs. It's like how long were Real Madrid and Barcelona still clinging on to the Super League, but UEFA didn't kick them out.
Yeah,
because they need them. Without them, there's no competition. Yeah. They are the big dogs. The Premier League needs Manchester City, unfortunately. And this is why we're not going to find out, I think. There's something that's happened behind the scenes. And if City go with their riches against the Premier League are going to look like complete fools.
Last talking point for me is sticking on the theme of Man City and Guardiola. When Guardiola does finally leave, do you think they'll be fine, or do you think it will be a case of another Man United where they'll struggle for success after a big name like Sir Alex Ferguson, Guardiola leaving? Do you think they'll be the same Man City, will they compete every year, or do you think it will be a very, very long rebuilding process?
I think it'll be a Mancini Pellegrini sort of Man City.
Right.
I think that's what it'll be. They'll still be competitive. They won't be the fall off. Fergie was dealing with the Glazers. City have got the riches and the lawyers.
Yep.
Obviously, they've got a really strong squad. United were how Ferguson did what he did with that squad in his last season with the likes of Cleverley and like Anderson in midfield. He did things that I can't even explain, but that was just how good Ferguson was. City have got a strong squad, lots of money. I think anyone walking into that job will do okay.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to be a fall off. I don't think they're going to be anywhere near as dominant as what they was under Pep. And I think even Man City fans would say that as well. Like, he is one of the best managers, best coaches the world's seen. And even I say that as a United fan. Yeah. But obviously, they need a lot of money to play the way that they want. The players that are there right now are used to Pep as well. And the come down, I think, is the hardest bit.
Yeah.
Who they get next is massive for them. I don't know who it would be.
Troopz, do you agree? Or do you think there will be a big downfall?
I don't think there'll be a big downfall.
Okay.
But I think they'll still be competitive.
Yeah.
Because they got footballing people on their board.
Yeah.
They got people that actually know what to do, how to attack the transfer market, how to make the right appointment on the managerial side as well. Because if you look at the way they pick their managers, from they got rid of Mark Hughes and they locked him with Mancini, they were looking at that European elite manager. You understand? They got Mancini, Pellegrini. He had reputation from La Liga. He came in, done a league title. Then they got Pep, and then it was done. I can see Maresca doing well there. I can't lie, because at Chelsea the one thing he didn't have was backing.
Yeah.
At he'll have the backing, and he's a City man, so they'll want him to do well. So
he knows the players, don't he?
Yeah, he won't win the league title like the way that they've done 6 and 8 years or something. But I think every 2 to 3 years, they'll pick up a league title.
Cool. Very quickly, your prediction. You're currently, time of recording, Arsenal 7 points clear of the top of the Premier League. Who's winning the Premier League this season?
1 game at a time.
Who's winning? You need to give me a club. You need to give me a club.
I'll say
Right, okay. So Arsenal is the prediction.
Arsenal will win the league this year.
Okay, so
I just don't want it to backfire, bro. I got PTSD. It's real.
So, guys, Troopz and Adam have both predicted that Arsenal will win the Premier League this season after being currently 7 points at the top of the table. Let us know in the comments section below if you agree or not, and who's going to win the Premier League this season. Also, don't forget to check out our sponsors, Bet442. There's a link in the description below for you and a QR code for you on the screen.